Okay, let's see, what to watch on YouTube today. Should I watch Chris Stuckman, any of his reviews? Nah. Maybe some PewDiePie? Nah, I think I'm good on PewDiePie. You know what? I've heard a little bit about this movie. Let me see if I can find it on here. Usually I can look out. Maybe I should see if this is as shocking as people really say it is. Cannibal Holocaust. Really beautiful scenery. I like the music. I like the soundtrack. Liking the start of this so far. But again, it's only a couple seconds in. Hello guys, Jordan Williams here, and I'm here to talk about the movie Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust was made in 1980 by Ruggero Deodato, and the main plot of the film revolves around an anthropologist named Harold Monroe, who goes on a journey through the cannibal tribe's place to see if he can find lost tapes or any trace of the lost film crew. These film crew were trying to make a documentary for these cannibal tribes and did not show back up. So a lot of people questioned where they were at. And so it's up to him to go find where they're at and what happened to them. He finds these lost tapes where the cannibal tribes have put them inside of a certain net, it looked like. I wasn't quite sure exactly, but once when he found it, he was able to ask for them from the cannibal tribes. Being a nice person as he wasn't trying to steal from them, he was trying to ask for them. Once when he gained their trust, the cannibal tribes were nice enough to give him the tapes. And once when he got the tapes, he watched them, and he was not exactly pleased with the tapes he saw. He was, as a matter of fact, horrified and wanted the tapes to be destroyed. Now, since a lot of people were wondering where these people were at, the lost film crew, they wanted to watch the tape and, broadcast it, but he said he did not want to, and the reason why was that he wanted to show them the film so that way they could find out for themselves and show all the horrifying details of what happened on the film crew's journey to the cannibal tribes. The reason why I wanted to review this movie was mainly because I thought it might be, a little fun to, review a lot of the cult movie classics such as this movie. And I might also try to watch some other cult movies, such as Clockwork Orange, maybe a Serbian film as well. I've heard that one's very dark and very gruesome. And also maybe some other ones. I haven't really looked at the list of what cult movies there are, but I can't promise I am going to review a whole lot of them. I just thought it would be, great to review this one at least, since Green Inferno is going to be coming out, and that is kind of like a loose reference to this movie. And it looks really interesting, so once when I thought that looked interesting, I thought maybe I could watch Cannibal Holocaust and see if it, if it can get me into wanting to see, Green Inferno. Which I have to say, if Green Inferno is anything like this movie, I'm going to be, looking away from the screen a whole lot. Usually, I don't really have a strong stomach when it comes to stuff like this that had in the movie. It had a lot of violence and a lot of sexual assault, a lot of animal cruelty, which I may remind you was actually happening in the film. So seeing actual animals get killed on set was a little disturbing. No, a lot disturbing. There were a lot of moments where I had to look away because it grossed me out, and I almost teared up because you could hear the crying of the animals when some of them got killed. It was highly disturbing, and I felt like it was unnecessary. I get where he was going at with that. I get it, but I felt like he could have tried to shown it like in a different manner. Instead of actually killing animals, it was just not the right thing to do. I mean, even he said so himself later on throughout the years after this movie was released, that he felt bad about a lot of the stuff that he did with this film. As a matter of fact, he said that he wished he never made this film. And let's go into details about why this movie gained so much controversy other than actually killing animals. So, pretty much this movie was almost called a snuff film because how realistic a lot of the deaths were in this movie. And luckily, no actual humans died making this movie, but like as soon as the film was done being directed, Deodato, which he made a thing for the actors saying that they cannot be appearing in any popular live TV shows or anything like that, so that way people actually think that they're dead. You know, the whole found footage thing, you gotta make it look realistic, right? So once when the movie was done, he got arrested because a lot of people thought that he actually killed these actors, such as one of the scenes where it shows a woman being impaled by a pole. Yeah, that scene looked really realistic and like it was gruesome, but at the same time it was pretty interesting because it wasn't real, of course. The actors themselves actually came to court when he was almost being arrested, and showed the people that the actors weren't actually dead. I mean, for one, they actually showed up to court, so that shows that they're alive. And two, once when it showed the actress that was impaled, they decided to show how it was done, which they showed that they put a bicycle seat on top of a pole where she would sit on, and then she put basalt wood in her mouth to make it look like it was going right through her whole body. So that was a pretty, it's pretty realistic looking, and it looked really well done. So I will definitely say props to a lot of the people that helped with this film to make it look a lot realistic in a lot of the death scenes. Overall, this movie was just completely gross, and it was just downright disturbing. Like, there were so many scenes in this that most of it was not from the cannibal tribes, it was from the filmmakers themselves. Well, the film crew in the movie, not the actual filmmakers. Well, yeah, they have a little to do with it, but I'm talking about the people in the film. The people in the film, when they were going to the documentary thing, you see their whole story of them documenting the whole thing. And you see all the horrible things that they do to the cannibal tribes. They hurt them. They rape one of the women. They kill the animals. Yeah, the cannibal tribes, you don't see kill the animals. Maybe just one or two. But most of the time, it's the humans that are killing the animals. And the main reason is survival of the fittest, is what the guy says. So it really goes to show what they were trying to show with this movie is that who was the real enemies in this movie? Was it the cannibal tribes, or was it the actual people that were filming the cannibal tribes and getting all in their area and destroying it? And it was hard to watch in a lot of scenes because a lot of the scenes were just too much to take in. And I think that's what the director was going for. I mean, he might say that he wasn't really going for that. He was just going for shock value. I think he really was trying to go for something more than what he was trying to go for. And I think he was just trying to show that sometimes it's best to leave certain people alone and let them live their own lives, especially when it comes to like cannibal tribes and all that. I think you might want to stay clear of them and not try to interrupt all their own place. I mean, don't destroy their land. I mean, you don't see them coming towards our land and destroying it. They're minding their own business. And it's just one of those things where it really makes you think about the movie itself and just how some people can be in the world. It's, some people just think that they're higher ups and they can do whatever the fuck they want to people. I know I'm probably going a little too much into this, but it's just one of those movies that really makes you think some of the way, it's pretty crazy. I will definitely say this, it's one of those movies I can definitely not unsee. So if you are one of those people that does not like disturbing, gruesome, or anything like that in a movie, stay clear from this movie. I mean, I was able to watch movies like Hostel and Saw, but this movie, yeah, it's It's pretty bad. It's very gruesome and hard to watch at times. But I will say it's definitely one for any cult movie lovers. If you love watching those types of movies or movies that just cause a lot of controversy, this is definitely a movie that you'll probably want to watch. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not saying it's exactly, something I could watch all the time. Maybe it's one I could watch maybe again, but it's not one of those movies I'd be like, oh, you know what, guys? Maybe we should watch Cannibal Holocaust. Overall, I will say this movie is probably a 3 out of 5 stars. It did a good job with what it was trying to show, but at the same time, I felt like they could have done a lot more without having to show actual animal deaths and trying to just shock people just to do that. I mean, really, I don't get why movies have to do that. I don't get why movies think they gotta shock people. I mean, if they're trying to show a message, that's a different story, but if you're just doing it just to shock people, just to go over the limit, it's not really something people want to watch. Alright guys, so if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, and also make sure to check out some of my other videos, and also subscribe to my channel. That'd mean a whole lot to me. So yeah. Also, make sure to comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought of the movie. Did you guys think it was good? Did you guys think it was just complete terrible shit? And also, list some of your favorite cult movies. I might try to watch some more cult movies. It just depends on if I can, be able to watch them. I was able to watch this one because it was on YouTube, so it was one of those things where I lucked out on. Alright, you guys have an awesome day. Peace out.